Hi guys, Siddharth Rachak here once again on Facebook Live. Thank you all so much for joining in. This is my second Facebook Live of the day, and I'm really loving this because I feel that it's so important for me, with all the knowledge that I have. I really want to share all that I have with you as much as possible. So Facebook Live is going to be a major part of my strategy for the year 2018. It's going to be the year of content. So just want to say hi to everybody on Facebook Live. I think we have 4 of you are just joining in right now. A few others will be joining in. I'm sure many of you are going to see this later on. So today, the topic is how to become a super productive digital entrepreneur. Okay, as some of you know, I work completely from home. I work 100% virtual. I have my teams in Bangalore, and I've been through my phases of ups and downs in terms of personal productivity. And I wanted to share with you what are the principles that I learned from some of the best internet marketers, digital marketers, on how they plan their day. Okay, so are you curious to know on how to be super productive this year and for many years to come? If you're really curious, just type bring it on in the chat box. Okay, just type bring it on in the comment box, and I'm going to be bringing on some really powerful information today here. Okay, as all of you know, the way that I conduct my sessions are no BS, straight talking, no fluff. Okay, I'm going to go straight into exactly what's required for your business, okay, and for yourself. So today we're going to be talking about the core concepts of how to be more productive. Second is, what are the non-productive activities? What are the productive activities, and what are super productive activities? I want to differentiate these 3 here so that it becomes very clear in your minds that yes, these are the areas that you need to focus in when it comes to building a digital business. Okay, this is no more focus on digital entrepreneurship. Okay, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about how I plan my day and few important steps after this. So we'll be done with this maximum in the next 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. I don't want to waste your time also in this. Okay, so let's dive straight in. Let's get into the core concepts. Now, the core concepts are this. We are in the age of the knowledge worker. Now, according to Peter Drucker, in the previous generation, people used to work on the fields, right? On the fields. And during our grandfather's time. In the next generation, it was more where people used to work with their minds to a large extent. The industrial workers. I mean, they used to use their hands. And now we are in the age of a knowledge worker. We are using our minds to create work. I mean, most of us are working by sitting in front of systems and laptops, which means that as a knowledge worker, it's very important that we plan our day well, because we are using our minds, and the mind is our greatest resource here. And things like multitasking, Peter Drucker says that multitasking actually lowers our IQ. Even Eben Pagan, one of my top mentors, he says that multitasking, it lowers the IQ even more than smoking marijuana. Okay, so it's a pretty drastic example there, but that's true. So working in terms of chunked blocks of 1 hour, 2 hour blocks of time is what will help you be more productive as you go forward. Okay, so suppose you're working and then you have a WhatsApp pop-up here, then you have a Facebook pop-up on the other side. For you to get back into that flow of getting back into the focus mode is going to take you 20 minutes. And within those 20 minutes, you'll get another distraction here, and it'll take you another 20 minutes to get back into the groove. So that is why this particular session, what I'm going to share with you, these tips that I'm going to share with you, or whatever I'm going to reveal to you today, is so valuable, and it can completely change the way that you are going to be running the entire year. Okay, so if you find this information, and if you found this information useful, I want you to hit the share button and share it with somebody else. Not right now. I'll tell you when to do that, because this can change somebody else's life. Okay. So multitasking lowers IQ. Building an information business requires focus and working in chunks of 1 hour and 2 hour times. Not less than that. So now let's understand what are the non-productive activities. Here are the non-productive activities. First is talking to friends. It's not productive activity. See here, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just going to differentiate on what is important activities, what is productive, what is non-productive, productive, and super productive. Okay, so there is no bias over here. I'm just telling you the facts here. Okay, so talking to friends, surfing the internet, casual surfing, reading and checking emails comes under non-productive activities. Because if you manage your time efficiently, you can get your emails done within 5 to 10 minutes in a day. And if you have to respond, you can respond also very quick. Now, responding to WhatsApp pop-ups. This is a big one in today's world. How many of you agree with me that WhatsApp is a huge time sucker for many of us. Do you agree with me? Just type I agree in the comments, okay? Or you can even type I am a victim in the comments if you feel that so, because there are too many pop-ups happening. I'm sure you're a part of so many different WhatsApp groups. In fact, I keep many of my groups muted for a whole year, okay, because of the amount of distraction over there. So, responding to WhatsApp groups, answering your phones. Today's world, in fact, Gary Vaynerchuk was in, some of you have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk. He was at an event and he openly asked the crowd, how many of you here hate receiving phone calls? And more than 80% of the room raised up their hands, because today we are living in a world where time is the most valuable asset. And if it's going to be receiving calls, even if I have to receive calls, I don't just pick up any calls unless somebody messages me first and say, hey, I'm going to call you at this time. Only then I receive calls. So that's how the world is today. It was not like before. 10, 15 years ago when we had mobile phones coming into the market, all of us loved receiving calls. Today is not the case. So answering your phone is a non-productive activity. Studying and learning time. This is not a directly productive activity. Yes, studying is important, learning is important, but it is not going to help you generate any kind of business growth as such, okay, in terms of revenues. Yes, it is important. Okay, I'm going to reiterate this. For me, learning 1 hour a day is so important, but if I just go on learning and not doing anything after that, it's going to be a waste of time. That is why it is under non-productive activities. Okay, so studying and learning has its productivity only if it is implemented. Because knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. I keep saying this again and again wherever I go. Okay, so knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. Next, checking your website stats, organizing your desk, cleaning your office, refreshing your Facebook feeds every 5 minutes. This is also an addiction. All this comes under non-productive activities. Okay, now let's get into productive activities. What are the top productive activities for you to grow yourself as a digital entrepreneur? First one is creating products, okay, or creating information products. Here, like I said, this is very different from other nature of business. I'm talking more of a digital-based business, information-based business here. So the most productive time is in you creating videos, creating products, managing income-producing projects only, doing monthly interviews, conducting weekly webinars, writing blog posts, recording videos, sharing blogs, and managing finances. All of this are the only activities as a digital entrepreneur which comes under the productive category. Anything beyond this is really not. It's a necessary activity, but it's not productive activity. These are the productive activities. Now, if you found this information valuable till now, I would like you to hit the share button and just share this video on your wall. Okay, because you know what? 5, 10, 15, 20 other people who may watch this, it's going to change the course of their life if they plan to become a digital entrepreneur. So just do it right now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Hit the share button and share this on your wall, because then I'm going to reveal to you the super productive activity. Okay, do that. I'm going to give you now 10 seconds. I'm going to count in my mind now. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for that, making that share. Okay, that really matters a lot. You know why it matters to me? Because this 10 minutes that I'm spending with you is going to compound, and you're going to pay it forward to somebody else with what you learned right now. Okay, so let's move to the next part. So super productive activities. What are the super productive activities? It is this, and this is where I like to spend a lot of my time. Now, first one is creating systems that create products. It's a super productive activity. Speaking and selling from the stage, for me in my case, is a super productive activity, because it's like a one-to-many approach. Creating systems that market my products or services. So more into systems and processes, okay, that matters a lot. Building and training my teams to create systems is a super productive activity. Building and training my teams to create content is a super productive activity. Building and training my teams to market the content is a super productive activity. And creating any kind of a system to build scale is a super productive activity. So in my case, I spent a lot of time developing our HR, our recruitment process. So if somebody wants to join my company, Sign on Social, they have to go through a 7-day challenge by watching 7 of my videos. Now, it took me around 5 hours to put together those 7 videos, but I had to just do it once, because now the load and the burden and the time in my recruitment team has dropped by 80%, because if any inquiries coming in, any profiles are coming in, we just have to divert them to those 7 videos. That's the power of creating systems or building systems that can actually take care of core processes and training teams to run the system. So I actually went to one of the top billionaires, of the owner of Mu Sigma, this company, they're into data analytics. So I went to his office right on the top floor. We sat and I got an opportunity to meet him for just 5 minutes. I think he's worth around $4 billion. And I asked him, what is the secret of your success? And there was a huge poster in his room. He just pointed to me that poster, and it was a big poster of Iron Man, okay? The Iron Man character. And I didn't get it at first. He said, Iron Man is my success. Okay, he's more like a Tony Stark kind of a guy, but still, he said, the days of the past are more like like superhero type of entrepreneurs, like Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, where they were like the Superman and the Batman of the world. But Iron Man is slightly different because he is not a superhero. He's a normal human being, and he gets into a machine. So he said that if you're able to combine the right people to drive the right process, or the right process in terms of automation and systems online, that's when you can start to grow your business much faster. So he believed in the Iron Man business model, which is man plus machine. Okay, so that really opened up my eyes. If you found this really cool, just type cool in the chat box. If the Iron Man example, or just type I love Iron Man in the chat box if you feel so. Okay, so let's get into how I plan my day. Okay, so this is how I plan my day. I just want to put a disclaimer here saying that I am not perfect. Okay, I'm always work in progress. I've been through my bad days, and I still go through my bad days. So I'm just going to tell you what's working for me. And even though I've put this as my planned day, there is still a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of stuff happens ad hoc. So I'm not perfect, guys. I'm just sharing this with you just to tell you what's been working, and I'm always a work in progress. Okay, I hope all of you are okay with that. Now let's get into this. Morning, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. is a core time. I normally start my day out with meditation. I do japa meditation in the morning. I chant the Hare Krishna mantra every morning. I do a workout. I go to the gym as soon as I drop my son to school, 9 a.m., I hit the gym for an hour because that's the time. I plug into podcasts, and it's a combination of working out plus learning. And that 1 hour is I really look forward to it every single day. Then once I come back, content creation. Like today morning, I did a Facebook Live. Many times I come up with ideas on content, and you must be thinking, how am I able to churn out so much of content every single day? It's because of this. I try to spend a good 1 to 2 hour chunk of my day in collating content after reading many articles and bringing out the essence of that. That's why most of my videos, if you've noticed, it's no BS. Okay, so I don't like to waste time. I don't like to waste your time. Just get straight to the point. Okay, noon, 11 to 3 p.m. I normally conduct all my meetings, and if there's more learning, I do during this time. And core processes, my businesses, and any kind of setup work that I do here. Evening, 3 to 9 p.m., that's the time where I spend more with my family. My son is back from school. Before he used to go for skating, I used to take him for skating and socializing more in terms of online and offline. So this is my time where I get to connect with people, even in my WhatsApp. I spend more time on WhatsApp and Facebook and all of this stuff during this time. And late night, from 9 to 11 p.m., not on all the days, but at least 2 or 3 days in a week, I do webinars, because webinars is it's sacred time for me, where I get to connect with people on a more intimate level for an extended period of time. So webinars, as well as learning when I don't have any other schedules as such. So you see, learning is there at every part of my day. And how do I learn? It's not like opening up a textbook and learning, but I just open up blogs, look at videos, see what's trending, and I'll probably record a video on how I learn. Okay, so that's also something which I've been developing as a process. How many of you would like to learn that? Yes? How many of you would like to learn? Just type in the chat box, would like to learn how to learn. Okay, just put that in the comment box. I'll pick it up and I'll let you know when my next video comes up. Okay, so I'm giving you another chance right now before I give you this important information. Please share this video on your wall right now, because this can change at least 2 other people's lives. Okay, I know you may have hundreds of friends on your Facebook wall. You know what? Not everybody's going to see it. That's okay. But even if 1 or 2 people see it, they're going to thank you for sharing this video, because this has some really powerful information. By the way, at the end, I'm going to give you a downloadable link to this mind map here. Okay, if you just stay till the end. Now, the important thing I would like you to do is step number 1. Please go to facebook.com/Siddharth Rajshekar. Search for my Siddharth Rajshekar fan page. Okay. Step 2 is, once you go to my fan page, there is an option here. When you click on following, there's an option called See First. So I would like you to make that option to see first so that you can keep seeing my latest updates. Because in the morning, I shot a video saying on how Facebook's organic reach is going to drop to 0. And the only way you can be in touch with me on a more closer level where I share such really awesome information after doing 4-5 hours of research, I'm giving you like 10 minutes of information. I'm going to do this every single day. So if you have to be in touch with me, I would like you to go and do this. Like my fan page and click on the see first option. Okay. And number 3 is right now, I would like you to go to asksids.com. Okay. When you go to asksids.com, you'll basically come to the Facebook Messenger. Okay. Facebook Messenger. And once you go on Facebook Messenger, go to Facebook Messenger and just type SPDE. Okay, just type SPDE. The full form is Super Productive Digital Entrepreneur. I'm just testing this out on myself. Yes, and this is how my chat bot will give you a super high resolution version of the mind map which you're just seeing here. This entire mind map, I'm going to give you a downloadable version of that. If you click on this link, you'll get a Google link. Click on that link, and you can go and download your version of this mind map. So it will be a refresher for you on what exactly that you learned in the last 5 to 10 minutes. If you want to take a printout of it, keep it in front of you, and that will help you, get more conscious of your time as well. Okay. And finally, step 4, I have 2 webinars coming up. Okay. And the links to these webinars are in my mind map, which you would download. Now there are 2 webinars, Monday night, 9 p.m. If you want to grow your influence on social media by 10x within the next 7 days, I'm not kidding here, by 10x in the next 7 days, click on this link inside the mind map. You would have the mind map that you downloaded. Go and get yourself that. Okay. By the way, I'll repeat it. If you want the mind map, this mind map, go to asksids.com and type SPDE, Super Productive Digital Entrepreneur, SPDE in lowercase, and you'll get that mind map. Now on Thursday night, I'm going to be doing a webinar specifically on how to make money by selling digital products. Okay. Whether you're selling ebooks or courses and others kind of stuff, that's more targeted towards income generation online by selling information products. So there's a link to register for that webinar. Once you go and click on these links, you'll get to my Zoom link. Go register and tune in with me live on Thursday night, in upcoming Thursday night. Okay, so these are the 2 webinars. I just want to keep you posted on that. And I hope this was time well spent. If this was time well spent, type in the chat box or type in the comment box, time well spent, and hit the share button once again if you have not done that. So I'm asking you this because I am really on a mission to help as many people as I can. And I know these 10 minutes, if somebody else sees it in your network, they want to thank you for this, and it can we can create a ripple effect in the world, okay, together. So let's do this together. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this session. So that's Rajak here once again. And I'm going to be tuning into Facebook Live every single night as much as I can based on my schedule and my travels. And thank you so much for sticking till the end of the session. Cheers, God bless, and have a phenomenal weekend. Bye-bye.